Zach Townend, Level 3 in Creative Media Production, focused on animation. Today I'll be presenting my final major project, which is known as Battle of the Wheels. So first of all, I'll be showing you my project rationale, which explains all the skills I've learnt over the course of my projects, of the many projects that I've done, and the skills I've learnt and how I will incorporate them into my own projects. During this time I've learnt how to do 2D and 3D animations. I've learnt what it takes to make one, such as first of all the research, the pre-production, the planning, the actual production, and then the post-production to actually advertise the project and to make people want to, of course, actually go and see it. I then looked at some other fight scenes that I could inspire mine off of, because I was focusing on doing a animation based around Hong Kong action movies, which is more thoroughly explained here in the actual project proposal. So I'm planning to make it a 30-second animation. It will have to have very fluid animation as to properly capture the martial arts action that you would see in a movie. It will have to be very fast paced. I decided to do 2D as that is a lot more fluid than 3D animation is most of the time. Also, I have lots more experience in that than of 3D animation. So I then looked at some examples of fight scenes from animation and movies that I could then use to help inspire mine, and also what they did right and wrong. First of all, there's this fight scene from the anime Dragon Ball. The big issue I found with this animation fight scene was that there was a lot of pauses in the action where the characters would just talk, and this would ruin the pacing of the fight, as you don't want it to be stop and go. You want it to be fast paced, quick, and the action to be consistent. But as a result of this was on a TV budget, they didn't really have the budget to keep the fight scenes and animation consistent, so they kept on pausing it. So for mine, I would like to keep the action consistent. I don't want there to be pauses in the action. I'm really there to build tension. If I do have any pauses, I like to keep it fast and constantly going. Here is the second example I found. This is from a live action movie. It's from Bourne Ultimatum. The big issue I found with this one was that they would constantly shake the camera, and they would constantly cut, which made the fight scenes hard to see. You would have no idea what's going on or what the choreography was, which is the big issue, as that is one of the main draws of a fight scene, is the choreography, and if you can't see that, then what's the point in watching it? I then looked at another fight scene from the anime God of High School. This one has very nice animation, but it was very ungrounded, which makes it less believable to the viewer. So for my one, I would like to make it more grounded. There wouldn't be anything supernatural incorporated into it, so it will make it very believable and make it more intense for the viewers. The final bit of literature I looked at was a fight scene from the Expendables 2 movie. This one had a lot of shadows. Everybody was wearing black. The backgrounds were black, made it very hard to see. It's similar to the first literature I looked at, which was of Bourne Ultimatum. You can't see what's going on, you can't see the choreography, and what's the point in watching the fight scene if you can't see the choreography? So for my one, I would like to make it very clear, very easy to see. I always like to see what's going on, so I'm going to have very large screens and keep everything very clear. I want the backgrounds and the characters to stand out from each other, so you always know what's going on. And these are some of the most important elements that I think I'll need for my animation. I want it to always be clear what's going on. I want the characters to stand out from the backgrounds. The animation should always be consistently ongoing, and there shouldn't be any pauses. And these are the most important elements I think for my animation, which will be 30 seconds, so that will allow me to keep up the pace and keep up the animation quality. And that is my proposal for my final major project. I hope you enjoyed it.